follow Facebook, YouTube, the day of Michael the Archangel God. The one is like unto God. Nope, not so. Stop worshiping other gods. Alright. By acknowledging them. I might have to teach that message too. Because y'all don't realize when y'all acknowledge these gods. The Bible talks about, and I believe in Deuteronomy, that it talks about we're not supposed to acknowledge the gods of these nations. And that's another message. I hope I can get to it. But the topic of this message is, look, we are, what a pivotal time period we are living in. Wow, 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 wow. As much as you're not really questioning, where you're just getting, I did the message of getting caught up into the things of the world, you cannot see really spiritually the time period of what we're at. It's just so pivotal. This is what everybody in human history been waiting for, this time to what God's next divine plan that is going to happen. And all I'm all about is prepping, getting people ready, the mindset to participate in this to the utmost way, But the thing is, the topic of the message is talking about the reality of, it's about what is the problem concerning, people? Do people don't want the truth, or do people, are they like getting so comfortable in lies? What is the balance of of people that I'm curious, that do people want the truth, or it's just kind of weird message here. But I hope you understand the question is, it's like I'm weighing in on certain people mindset and how they look at life. Do they want the truth of God's word? Because here's the thing I know about people and talking to people. People have a sense of the truth. They have a sense of something that is true. Majority people have that sense that, I do believe that this is true. It's just that I'm so comfortable in catering to these lies, and I don't want to really go through the more likely changes of operating in the truth, because I find so much comfort in me operating in lies that I just don't want to really go through all the, I guess the word is rigmarole. I don't want to go through the decreasing and increasing. I don't want to go through the saga of change. People. One thing about I learned about human beings is just certain things in majority of the human beings that doesn't like change. They doesn't like changing to something that they're used to, and it's just this really that kind of thing about people, how much they accept their view, how much they accept their reality concerning their viewpoint of life, is they feel more comfortable in this reality viewpoint that they have created, and of their perception of what life is supposed to be about, and how dangerous, and that's really all Satan has to do to keep everybody in deception. You comfortable in your viewpoint, and what ideal that the world that you live in is, you have the right assessment in how to look at this world system and how to go about living it. It's just, And it's like I come with the opposite. No, you don't have the right viewpoint to look at this world correctly, but this is the right viewpoint, heaven, divine viewpoint, that's looking down and looking at the spiritual activity going on this earth and the natural activity. But the sad part about people, human beings, are they focus on the natural activity that's going on around them. And even though there's a lot of negative activity within it, they will still see this world system in a place of finding its solution. You know what I'm saying? They will see themselves in a place of finding their solution and finding that there's a solution to whatever they're getting. But here's the thing about their solution. As long as it pleases the flesh, it's a solution. You know? Yep, that is the ideal of most human beings these days. It please their comfort and their viewpoint and how it is about life, then it has to be the solution. But you know, God, of course, will always give us a radical solution. Jesus showed us really a radical solution of us getting things right, and that's, you know, having himself crucified, you know, crucifying yourself. But he's talking about for us spiritually, you know, that we crucify our flesh and we walk, you know, seek his righteousness, and we find the answers to we will be in positions to find the true answers of every problem that's going on in this world. But that is too radical, and people, you know, of a solution, because they are now they have to get rid of something that they find more dear to them and more value to them, is their flesh and their lustful desires that they have developed. They think that this is, you know, the key of their, I guess, happiness. And if their life is going to be wonderful, and if their life is going to be everything that they want it to be, is because of them pleasing the flesh, which is a bunch of nonsense. The thing is, it's sad, but the thing is, I know people can have a sense of truth. It's just that they do not want the whole truth if it's going to ruin their, I guess, great time in their fantasy viewpoint of life and living their life. And they are not in the condition to really have a desire to, you know, to want to change that. And there you have majority of the people in this world are finding their graves more quicker, you know, because the wages of sin is death, and of course the flesh is catered to operating in sin. It's in a condition of sin, and that's what, you know, people will, you know, is the problem that is going on, the problem that is becoming a problem. And now everybody is following the many, and nobody's not following the few, as what Jesus said, that, you know, broad is the gate that leads to destruction, and many shall find it, but the straight gate is few will find this pathway that leads to life. It's that ideal reality that people need to believe, this parable that he has given to us in the scriptures, that is really the results of this world. But the thing is, this world is going to, you know, is going to get hectic and crazy as much as people don't weigh the truth. And I like what King Solomon says about the Lord weighs things. You know, he weighs things out concerning how people go about making their choices, making their decisions based upon wickedness or righteousness, you know. And the problem is, we most human beings don't do that. They just do it. They just do things and do acts, and they just more likely respond to their flesh, or respond to their flesh, and they hope that they got the right question. They got the right answer. They hope within themselves that they did the right thing and got the right result out of whatever they're doing. And most of the time, when it's of the flesh, they get the wrong result. They do the wrong thing and end up finding themselves doing the wrong result. That is sad, and they're not going to see that it's right because of their comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because of their comfort, they're not going to see it as right. And that is really the utmost problem that is plaguing humanity. We got to be honest first of all, to have a sense of the truth. We have to be honest to that something that makes sense. And I talk to people, and what they try to do is they try to make what their ideal sounds like the ideal of the reality of truth. They try to make their logic sounds like the ideal of the right way of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, it's amazing, and it's amazing how much they're so catered to that, but yet complain about the negative things that are going on around them, the side effects of themselves. Of what's going on. They're like, I got a headache, or they feel sick, or something bad has happened going on in their life. They don't know how to handle it, deal with it. They will ignore all those tidbits as they look at them, and of things that are not going right with them, to still cater to their idea aspect of life. And it's just a great deception, really, that they have allowed themselves to get into, that is created by Satan. Because here's the rules of reality, that everybody got to swallow this pillow. This pill, that you cannot create reality. You cannot create reality. You can only discover reality. And the thing is, I tell people that, and they know that they are not in position to discover reality. That's why you're going to need the Creator to help you, tell you what reality is all about. And that is how everybody will find reality. Only the Creator can give them reality. And the thing is, people, and that's what they don't like, the idea that they can't find their own reality. And they won't see, and that's what the deception say, the own deception. And if you study Proverbs 1 and 2, 1 and 2 talks about the ideal of ownership, that how Satan will make us fools easily. You know what I'm saying? When we think if it's our own thing going on, the own thing going on will always be the wrong thing going on, because we are not capable of accepting reality, because our reality is supposed to be stretched to a universal viewpoint. If we discover that we live in a universe, we're supposed to stretch forth our reality of a universe. So if we can't behold a universe and it's unmeasurable, then we can't really have the ideal sense of what is really reality. And the thing is, people have to accept that ideal. But the thing is, I believe that people have a sense of knowing the truth. They just have to come to a place that they need to learn to desire to find out what it's all about. And if they really want to truly exist and live in reality, and if they want it. But the thing is, look, it's truth or lies, that you can live your life by. But guess what? You can pretend that you don't want to know the truth or not, and live a lie because you want to do what you want to do. Or you can find out the way, the truth, and light, Jesus Christ. But that's the topic of the message. I don't know what the topic of this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. To God be the glory here forever and ever.